What's up guys, it's Garcyrus, and today we're going to be talking about Rising Storm 2, Vietnam. Now this beta has just came out today, and I've only had about an hour to play it, because I've been making, the video for the rest of the time. But I can say, without a doubt, this is a pretty solid game. Now, I only had one problem which plagued me at the start, alright? And this was that I had really bad FPS. Now this may be because of the map, or it may be because of my hardware. I have a GTX 1060 and an FX 8350 overclocked to like 4.6 gigahertz. So I don't know where the bottleneck in this type of game would be. But if you guys know, just leave a comment. Anyway, what I was going to say is, with my FPS issues that I was having, it was pretty much impossible to actually play the game. Like, I just tried and tried, I couldn't play. I was getting like 20 FPS, right? Which is really unacceptable. So I left the server. Now I tried to join another server, and my FPS issues fixed. So I don't know what that was. Honestly, it could be anything, but I'm not 100% sure what it was, so I'm not going to talk that long about it. With that out of the way, I'm going to talk about some good stuff, alright? Now this is one of the first shooters which has actually pulled off a guerrilla warfare example. Now, not many shooters have actually done that. Like, in the campaign, they'll have some, story where you have to fight, the larger corporation or something like that. That's, yeah, no, it's stupid in the campaigns, because usually they give you a lot better weapons and that kind of stuff, and, in most shooters, the campaign is actually really boring. There's a few shooters where it's good, but in most shooters, the campaign's boring, so no one's going to play that. So basically, there's no examples in multiplayer of a really good guerrilla warfare example, alright? Now there's a few mods in Arma that can do that, but this is an actual game based off of that, alright? One thing that shows this is that the weapons that you get as the North Vietnamese are not as good as the weapons that you get in the US. Like, by a long shot, alright? Like, the US, they're getting M16s, they're getting M60s, they're getting, well, the M3 isn't really that good, generally. But the Vietnamese, they're not getting that good of a weapon, usually. Now, the AK, it challenges the M16 very well. But in the specialty roles, they kind of fall behind, right? One example of this is that the double barrel shotgun isn't quite as good as the Ithaca. Now, the Ithaca is very, very good, right? It one-shots in close range pretty much every time. After they're hit by the first shot, they're pretty much immobilized. They're bleeding to death. So you're gonna not have that much of a problem finishing them off. The double barrel, it does more damage, I think, but it's just not, it doesn't have as many rounds as the Ithaca. So you pretty much always want the Ithaca. Now the MAT, it's about the same as the grease gun, but the RPD, it's not as good as the M60, right? And the SVD isn't as accurate as the M40. Now I could talk about Rising Storm 2 all day, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to say that it's a very good game, and at this point, I don't really have my full opinion on it, alright? I just want to list some more good stuff right now, because I just got into the game, and anything that, is bad, it may just be me, right? So I'm going to get into the game, I'm going to play it for this beta, and at the end of the beta, I'm going to kind of give my opinion on it. But right now, I don't feel that I'm really going to be able to give my full opinion on it, or even close to my full opinion on it. So, I'm going to leave it, till the beta stops. And then I'm going to give a full, detailed review of this beta. Not the whole game, just this beta, right? So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Leave a comment if you want to, call me gay or something, because, it's always a pretty funny one, you know what I mean? And I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll say pieces of pepperoni now, because that's what's funny with the kids.